Welcome back as we come up on 6:28. Earlier in the show, I revealed that my husband and I are expecting baby Hill's arrival this September. But if you're just joining us, I'm excited to share with you that I am pregnant. And as of today, I'm 17 weeks along with 22 more to go. And that leads us to this morning's Health Watch, which hits close to home for me. Getting to this point in my life, it's been an emotional and painful journey to say the least. And as the years went by, I couldn't ignore this feeling that the pains I was experiencing inside just weren't right. After several doctor visits and exams, my symptoms started to sound more and more like a disorder called endometriosis. As we get ready to wrap up the month of March, many are unaware it's also Endometriosis Awareness Month. Don't know what it is? Well, here's an explanation with a touch of my own personal experience that began with the feeling of defeat but led to some of the happiest moments of my life.
When we talk about endometriosis, we talk that it's a lifelong chronic disorder of the female reproductive tract.
While this simple explanation may sound straightforward, women diagnosed with endometriosis know it's much more than that. It's indescribable pain in the lower abdomen that can impact nearby organs, leading to days wasted away, doubled over in pain, triggering feelings of helplessness.
This isn't something where a magic pill is going to make it go away.
Because the symptoms can make for uncomfortable conversations, many women fight endometriosis in silence. But events like this, the worldwide March for Endometriosis Awareness that took place in dozens of cities around the world mid-March, want to make the disorder part of our everyday conversations.
It's something that we have to learn to deal with and manage and help people throughout their reproductive years.
Up to 50% of women who are diagnosed with endometriosis will never have the chance to reproduce. It's yet another cruel symptom of the cureless disorder.
The biggest thing we see is people losing their coping mechanisms over time, that they're just worn down with trying to deal with the chronic pelvic pain or the infertility associated with endometriosis.
And that's where my battle with endometriosis begins. When it felt like life was finally falling into place, I also began to look deeper into a pain that I ignored for years. Learning more about the disorder and finding out it was possibly standing in the way of starting my own family, endometriosis dragged me down to a new emotional low. But little did I know it would also drive me to a new high. With advice from my doctor and encouragement from internet forums, I took charge and turned my life around. I changed my diet, cutting out carbs, sweets, alcohol, and eventually built up my workout plan to 5 visits to the gym per week.
Doing those small things can actually improve a patient's fertility quite a bit.
In return, it opened new doors and led me to my newest journey.
Well, endometriosis comes in many stages and symptoms, and each case is different from the other. Treatment plans for women who want to have kids are much different from those who don't want to reproduce. And it's also important to mention that I never went through the testing to get officially diagnosed with endometriosis, but my doctor said all the signs pointed to the disorder at the time. And I did this story to encourage women to see a doctor if they're having any discomfort or pain and to highlight the power of a healthy lifestyle. We'll be right back after this break with World Headlines.